Hi, I'm Chris Steyerwalt, and it's time for Power Play. You know Ben Carson, he's a okay doctor and a so-so Christian, apparently. So says Donald Trump. And Carly Fiorina, oh, that face, you can't even bear to look at it. So says Donald Trump. How does it go when Donald Trump turns his wicked wit on people who are not named Jeb, ! Bush? How does that go? How does it affect the race? Who could we ask? Well, if Chuck Rocha were here, then we'd say that we had a seasoned political veteran who was a Democrat but could see the whole playing field. That would be good. And if we said Lauren Claffey was here, we could say that we had a fresh face who's a Republican but has Hill experience and also campaign trail experience, and then we'd be in pretty good shape, don't you think? Hi, guys. All right, so Lauren, starting with you on the red team. So when Donald Trump abuses Jeb Bush, when he knocks him down like Vince McMahon at WrestleMania, the crowds cheer. It is one, yes, go, kill Jeb. Because if there's one thing that Trump supporters agree on, other than border security or immigration or any particular issue, it is lacerating and stopping Jeb Bush. What happens when he turns his fire on other outsiders?
Well, I think that's when you see what's happening now a little bit. People pause and they say, wait, that's not who I was going after. We want to beat back the Washington establishment. We don't necessarily want to beat back every viable candidate that we view could be good nominees. So I think he's going to have a little bit of pushback, but I also think that his supporters have come to expect this of Trump. They like this.
I don't know about
this rough and tumble, this insulting.
With gentle Ben Carson? You think they like beating up on gentle Ben Carson?
I think that we're at the personality phase of the election. I think that Trump is speaking to a lot of people. I think that people like the personality and the persona that he's putting out there. They're identifying with it. They think he's the fun, loud guy at the party that's always going to say what you don't want anybody else saying. So I think that still fits, even though he's going after Ben Carson. It still fits in his theme.
So Chuck, when we look at Jeb Bush and Donald Trump kind of need each other. They need each other because Donald Trump for Jeb Bush represents the threat that he will try to build the establishment to back him. And they'll say, I'm the only guy that can handle Trump. And if you're Trump, you kind of need Jeb Bush because he's the threat to the base. Back me or you're going to end up with this low energy, very low energy, very small crowds. You're going to end up with this guy, and you do that, and those two guys sort of need each other because they provide that space. What about the people in between? What about everybody else?
They come after Trump because they need the press, and that's what people want to talk about is the attacks. You'll see that with Bobby Jindal this week.
Did you hear what he said, why Trump doesn't read the Bible? He said, you know why?
Because his name ain't in it.
Because his name ain't in it.
Yeah. And I respect that. That's kind of like staying with your wrestling analogy.
Right.
On Monday nights outside of Monday Night Football, the number one rated show was wrestling, WWE, because America loves to watch folks go at it.
Yes.
I look at that as Donald Trump. And there's a lot of people out there. Right. There's a lot of people out there that are so discouraged with the overall process, who a lot of which watch wrestling shows on Monday night, who are like, let's see it. Just like Lauren said, whatever you got, when there's no filter, they kind of respect that. And he's even went after veterans. He's went after holy grails of all kinds of stuff, which the political consultant, he's done now. This is over. No, Teflon Don back out there, huge. I'm going to be huge, and we're going to win. And that's all he's got to say. And people are like, whatever, he's just saying stuff that nobody else was saying. They just clap, and 31% don't lie.
Doesn't matter. You agree with this? It's just the train rolls on.
I don't think that we're going to see anything that's too shocking for the Donald Trump supporters until we move from the personality phase of this election to the substance and solution phase.
Tell me when that phase starts. I'd be curious to see that for the first time in an election.
I think
this is the cycle.
This is the cycle because I think that right now it's all fun and games, and this is what's reflecting in the polling right now. People aren't taking the election seriously. They're not giving a serious look at the candidates yet. It's who makes me feel good, who do I like, what they're kind of saying right now.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Let me say this about what the Democrats are doing right now, because with this sideshow, whether it's personality or not personality, we're just sitting down and taking all of those sound bites. When we want the women vote, when we want the Latino vote, when we want to talk about economics, we are just putting his sound bites up and going.
You just reran Newt Gingrich's ads
absolutely
against Mitt Romney. Okay, but what about this? And let me get weird. Let's get weird for a second.
Let's do it.
So the weirdness is, the weirder it gets on the Republican side, the more it encourages Democrats to think of somebody other than Hillary Clinton. It delays the electability argument in their minds. Meantime, on the Democratic side, the worse Hillary Clinton does, or the less electable she looks, the more dire her numbers are. That tells base Republicans, maybe you could have Trump. Maybe anybody could beat Hillary Clinton. Is the chaos in each party feeding on itself as they look across the aisle to one another?
I would absolutely agree with that.
Yes.
I would agree with that because of this. Because for the first time in American history, as a political studier of all politics, for the first time, we've seen people self-identifying as independents more so than any party because of that frustration. And when they see names like Bush and Clinton, there's certain people who are just like, we're tired of seeing the same thing. If Trump's going to do this or Bernie Sanders is going to do this, we may not agree with everything or know all the policy statements, but we like that they're bucking the trends. And I think that the politician who can gather that together is going to be the one who ultimately succeeds.
Do you know why you never get tired of winning? It's because of people like this. It's because of people like Lauren and Chuck who come in and make you smarter. Internet, we thank you guys for stopping by. We appreciate you. And you, Internet, we certainly appreciate you. Thanks for coming in. We hope you'll come back for more Power Play real soon.